Hey y'all, it's Thomasina. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, thanks for tuning in. My name is Thomasina and I've been a model for over 10 years, and on my channel I give you the tips and tricks that you need to begin your modeling career. And in today's video, I'm going to give you 10 tips for a successful modeling career. These are things that you can start doing today. Tip number 1, build a strong portfolio. Brands and modeling agencies are not going to know how you move in front of the camera if you don't have photos as examples. So you should always be building your portfolio. You could be modeling for 20 plus years. You still want to be adding new images to your portfolio. So you should always be testing with photographers. You should always be collecting images from any shoots that you've done and adding them to your portfolio. Every time you change your hair, every time you change your look, do another photo shoot, add it to your portfolio. And I'll put a link below to a video that I've already made about how to build a portfolio. I literally talk you step by step. I hold your hand through the whole process. So if you have questions about how to build a modeling portfolio, definitely check out that video. Step number 2 for a successful modeling career: if you don't want to be freelancing for the rest of your life, you have to find a reputable agency and or mother agent. You want to have an agency that shares the same vision for your future career as you do. You want to have a mother agent or an agency that believes in you as much as you believe in yourself, if not more. You want to find an agency that is well connected in the industry. You want to find an agency that is honest and transparent. You really just want to have a good relationship with your agency and the bookers at the agency, because that is going to determine your access to castings and your access to bookings. If you don't have a good relationship with your agency, not only does that add extra anxiety to your career that we really don't need, but sometimes agencies or bookers will blacklist you. If they don't like you, you'll never hear from them, you'll never get castings. So really take the time to interview these agencies. It's not all about them asking you the questions. You as a model have to take control over your career and ask these agencies all the questions that you want to know before you sign on the dotted line. Tip number 3 for a successful modeling career is to maintain your look and maintain your health. You guys, I cannot stress this enough. I literally work out probably 6 days out of the week, 5 to 6 days out of the week. And when I first started modeling, I was very fit, but one thing that was an issue was my skin. I had really, really bad acne. I was consuming a lot of dairy and a lot of sugar, and in turn, I just had really, really bad acne. As I grew older, I was still struggling with acne, so we thought maybe it was hormonal because I had cut out the dairy, I had cut out the sugar, and I was still having a lot of acne. So I built facials into my skincare routine. I would get a facial once a month and get microdermabrasion treatment. That really helped clean out my pores on a consistent basis and really helped clear up all the dark spots from the bad acne that I had previously. So once my skin cleared up, I started booking more because there is a market out there for models with acne. However, the amount of jobs that you'll have access to is much smaller compared to if you were a model with clear skin. So there are makeup brands and beauty brands that are specifically looking for models with dark spots or models with blemishes. However, you're really limiting yourself. Whatever health ailments you're struggling with, try to rectify those, whether you have to put a little money to the side to be able to afford specific treatments to fix these things, whether you need to see a specialist. As the saying goes, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Prioritize skincare, hair care, nail care. Those are the big 3. Maintaining your measurements. Depending on what kind of model you are, your measurements are still very, very important. So say, for example, you're a fit model. Fit modeling has some of the most strenuous and specific measurements, and so if you fluctuate even 1 inch, it could throw off the whole trajectory of your fit modeling career. So you definitely want to make sure you're maintaining your measurements. If you're a high fashion editorial model walking the runway, you have to have very specific measurements for that. So you just want to make sure you are maintaining your measurements, your body size, your body weight for whatever industry or whatever facet of the industry that you're in. And kind of coinciding with maintaining your health, you also want to maintain your look. If you are changing your hairstyle or dyeing your eyebrows 50 different colors every 5 days, it's going to be hard for you to book work consistently because the clients don't know what you look like. I'm not saying you have to be plain Jane all the time, but like pick a look and that is going to be your signature look. Like for me, it's the bald head. All of my clients know when I show up, like this is how low my hair is going to be. My eyebrows are not dyed. Like this is what the client can expect. And again, if you're going to be changing your look, you need to update your portfolio and your digitals to resemble whatever look you have at that time, so that clients and agencies know what to expect. Number 4, and this is a big one because it was really difficult for me when I first started out. The 4th tip to having a successful modeling career is learning how to deal with rejection. I remember the exact moment when I had to come to this realization, when I had just started modeling and I was modeling in North Carolina and I was going to a lot of castings and I kept getting rejected over and over and over and over again. Like I literally was not booking anything. But my mom, bless her soul, mommy, if you're watching this, I love you. She would take me to these castings, and after every casting that I didn't get selected, I would cry. One of the last castings she took me to, I cried again because I didn't get selected, and she was like, look, the next time I take you to a casting, if you cry after not getting selected, you're done. Like, I'm not taking you to any more castings. And when I tell you guys, I sucked up all the emotion, all the negative emotion that I had from not being selected and being rejected over and over again. And that turned into like a grind. Like I was determined to show these people what they were missing. I was determined to make it happen for myself. And after that, I stopped crying after rejection. Because you guys have to understand, this career that we chose and that we're striving for is literally a career of like 90% rejection. The 10% where you do get confirmed and you do get booked, they're amazing, but it's like 90% rejection. So you really have to train your mind to see it as, it's not a no forever, but maybe just a no for right now. Like not right now, just a delayed gratification. You definitely want to build that thick skin and realize that rejection is not rejection, but just redirection. All right, we're halfway to the end. The 5th tip to a successful modeling career is to master your poses and runway walk. Even if you're watching this video and you don't want to be a runway model, I think having a strong walk just helps with your day-to-day confidence. Like I don't do runway anymore, but when I walk down the street or walk anywhere, people know, like I just give model energy. It's just the way that I walk. It's the way that I hold my head up high. It's a posture. So even if you don't aspire to be a runway model, like you should still learn how to walk. It doesn't have to be the most perfect walk in the world. Like you're not striving for Naomi Campbell status. However, I do think that it plays into your posture as a model and your overall confidence and how you carry yourself on a day-to-day basis. Posing, however, all forms of modeling involve posing, so you definitely have to practice that. Practice in the mirror, practice when you're doing test shoots. I'm looking at myself in the mirror all the time. I'll be at the gym, at the treadmill. I always pick the treadmill closest to the mirror so that I can just like check myself out. It seems really vain. Like that is the brain of a model. We're just always posing, we're always on. So just study the market, study advertisements. If you want to be a sport and fitness model, look at health and wellness magazines, look at Nike's website, Adidas website, Champion's website, and look at how these models pose, and then incorporate that into your daily life so that you can practice that. Tip number 6 for a successful modeling career. This should be a no-brainer, but be professional and easy to work with. Being professional means being on time, responding to emails in a timely fashion. I always replied to my agents within an hour at most. Showing up on time, which really means like 10 minutes early. You want to be friendly. You don't want to be like overly talkative when you're on set, but you definitely want to be conversational. You want to get to know the people that you're working with. You never want to be gossiping on set. I don't care if the photographer is like the photographer from hell. My name Bennett and I'm not in it. I'm not gossiping about anything or anyone on set, because you never know who's in earshot of whatever you guys are talking about. And you, like I said, you never know who knows who. A part of being professional is also being prepared. If they ask you for specific undergarments, even if they don't ask you, as a model, you should know what undergarments you should be bringing to set. You need seamless underwear, you need thongs, you need strapless bra, you need nipple covers if you're a female. So just coming prepared to set is also another indication that you're a professional model and you're used to this, you're true to this, okay? You've been doing this for a while. No one needs to know that you're a newbie, okay? You got this. Tip number 7 for a successful modeling career is something I admittedly need to do better with. Leveraging your social media, you guys. When I started modeling, in my defense, they were not asking me how many Instagram followers or how many TikTok followers I had. Like, maybe they would check out my social media, but it wasn't really like as big of a deal as it is now. Now agencies and clients are looking at your follower count and they see that as leverage. If they book a model with like 1,000 followers versus another great model with like 11,000 followers, they're gonna want to use the model with 11,000 followers because they've got a good community. Not only do clients and agencies see that as leverage, but it also gives clients and agencies insight into your personality. So if your social media page is private, or if you haven't posted anything since like 2019, that's not interesting to clients, that's not interesting to agencies. They don't know who you are, they don't know what you do, they don't know your hobbies, they don't know your skills, because you're a nobody to them. Like, they don't know you yet, they haven't met you yet. Maybe you're just starting to submit to agencies, right? And you're waiting for someone to give you a call back for a meeting. If you're eye-catching enough for them to be curious about you, they are gonna wanna go check your social media. And if there's nothing there to be seen, it's gonna be like, we can move on to the next person. Tagging brands, if you're really into makeup and you do a full face, tag the brands of the products that you're using. So yeah, just use social media. I definitely could be better at posting. I think I post like once a month now on Instagram. I used to be more consistent, but I'm just not in a location that motivates me to post. I think if I were back in New York, I'd be posting more often, but stay tuned. Stay tuned, soon come. Your social media is essentially your digital portfolio. So it gives you the opportunity to follow agencies and clients that you aspire to work with. It gives you the opportunity to tag these brands on your profile. It gives you the opportunity to comment and engage with these brands and agencies that you're interested in, so that they can get used to seeing your name, they can get used to seeing your face, and you're kind of building a virtual relationship there. I have so many relationships in this industry from just using social media and engaging with people on social media. So definitely leverage it. If you have the capability and the means, leverage your social media, you guys. And kind of stemming off of that, the 8th tip for a successful modeling career is to network like your life depends on it. It's not what you know, but who you know, and that holds so true in the modeling industry. I can't tell you guys how many jobs that I've booked or castings that I've received simply because I connected with someone on Instagram, or I had a really good conversation with someone else on set and they remembered me. But you should always be talking to people, always telling people what you want to do, telling people your goals. I know there is this thing of like, what people don't know they can't ruin, but also what people don't know they can't assist with. And that's something that I need to work on too, because I'm a pretty private person, and I'm learning to share more about my goals and ambitions, so that it gives people the opportunity to help if and when they can. You want to be connecting with makeup artists, photographers, stylists, hairstylists, other models. Tip number 9 for a successful modeling career is to know your worth and protect yourself. It's very easy to just say, oh, I'm gonna do this job for free, I'm gonna do this job for free, and then you get into the cycle of doing all of these jobs for free. But you have to understand like the rates of the industry, and I'm so glad that at least influencers on TikTok are becoming more transparent about like how much money they're making. But nowadays you can literally just ask ChatGPT what you should be paid for certain shoots. Now again, if you're just starting out, it is okay to accept free shoots every now and then in exchange for exposure or maybe like product. But you don't want to get into the habit of doing that, and you don't want to get into the habit of selling yourself short just so they can approve you for a gig. That is the benefit to having an agent or an agency or mother agency, is that they can really go to bat for you and negotiate higher rates. But if you are freelancing, you just have to have the gall to be able to do it yourself. Use ChatGPT to see what other people in your industry are getting paid, what are the standard rates. Outside of understanding what your rates should be, you also want to protect yourself by not working with shady or creepy people. If you are getting weird vibes vibes from a photographer or a stylist or whatever part of the team that you're supposed to be working with, trust your gut, you guys. There are a lot of photographers that prey on young models, newer models. Don't be afraid to reach out to other models and ask if they've had the same weird or creepy experiences that maybe you're experiencing with one photographer or other part of your team. Sorry guys, I do have to film the rest of this on my phone because my camera died. You really want to learn how to identify those fake DMs, those fake emails. Oftentimes, emails that are not legit will often have a lot of grammatical errors. They have a lot of punctuation errors. It will seem, if you're an American, the email will typically seem like it's someone from outside of the US or someone who's foreign. Another telltale sign is that if someone reaches out to you and they're asking you to pay for a photo shoot or asking you to pay to sign to an agency, that's a red flag. You should not be paying any money to join any agency or participate in any shoot. If anything, you should be getting paid. So over time, it'll become easier for you to pick up on these scams or like phishing emails, but that's just a part of protecting yourself in this industry. Okay, my final tip for a successful modeling career is to diversify your modeling income. You don't want to pigeonhole yourself to one facet of the industry because then your pool of jobs is going to be much smaller. So by this, I mean, if you are a sport and fitness model, you should open yourself up to regular commercial gigs or even parts modeling. Parts modeling could be hand modeling, lips modeling, feet modeling, just different parts of your body, and that can supplement income for when your regular bookings are a little bit slower. Again, leveraging your social media. So you want to be posting on social media, just getting your face and your name out there so brands may be more willing to do some brand partnerships, some sponsorships. I know TikTok has a creator fund where you're able to basically monetize the videos that you're posting on TikTok. So you really just want to diversify yourself as a person, diversify yourself as a model so that you can be pulling income from different revenue streams. The modeling jobs are not always going to be consistent. Having some kind of side hustle, building some kind of brand from your online persona, making yourself a brand in itself. There's so much that you can do in this day and age. We are thriving in the age of digital media, and it's never been easier for one to find success on the internet. And honestly, I'm talking to myself right now because I need to do a better job at leveraging social media, but that's another way that you can diversify your income as a model, because again, it's definitely going to be slow. It's such a volatile career choice, and so you always want to have just a backup plan. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, a 9-to-5 or a job in corporate America, but you could find a way to build more income within the industry itself. It just may take a little bit of time for you to find, you know, what your skill set is, what your niche is. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you guys found all 10 of these tips helpful. These are things that you can start today, even if you've never modeled a day in your life and you decide, hey, you know what, today I think I want to be a model. Watch this video, follow the 10 tips, and I'm not going to say you're going to be an overnight success. Modeling is something that takes time, and it's not something that necessarily lasts forever, so you definitely want to leverage it in the time that you can and do the most while you can. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any other specific questions about anything that I talked about in this video or even outside of this video, feel free to comment down below or shoot me a DM on Instagram. I read every single one of your messages, and thank you guys for taking the time to send me personalized notes about how my videos have helped you. That is the whole reason why I make these videos. And if I can just help one person get a contract, like that is a win for me. So thank you guys for just expressing your appreciation. I appreciate you guys for watching my videos and supporting my channel. So again, if you have any questions, just comment down below. Give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye! 'Cause I'm not just a pretty girl, I'm more than just a picture.